Stadium in Cincinnati. It's week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
1st down. Here's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
36-yard line.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 now.
2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
10 at the 14-yard line.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
C.J.
The numbers for Mixon last week, 19 carries, 95 yards, and a score.
And they've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got his man, Boyd. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3.
They'll go to P-Rod, trying to pound it in. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Josh Allen gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
This is James Robinson. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
The ball carrier.
The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson. 19 carries, 112 yards.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they're going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
First down, Jacksonville.
They'll run on 1st down. Robinson. And this will be a Jaguars 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
He was brought down at the 45.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals 28. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
A gain of 7. First down, Jaguars.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's going to be caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marvin Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
I think if you poll defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Bengals take over first.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That'll be a pickup of just 2. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Burrow sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And his throw here is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over in your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
26.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Logan Wilson on the
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And now it's 2nd down. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
made at the 21.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get out to the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2. At the
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. On the crossing route, complete. It's Boyd. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Nice job there by Tyler Boyd finishing off the connection on the throw. Over 1,000 yards receiving each of the last 2 seasons with 90 catches in 2019.
Yo, what's up, man? Playing your game? You got a computer or in person? Yeah, I played Tone. Yeah, I won.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out in the backfield, out in some open space.
Don't miss, do they? Oh my God! It just, I mean, it's like deadly.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. He'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
I wanted to see that game. I bet you them niggas playing. I ain't gonna watch it though. I'm gonna go ahead and hook up my team.
After the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, step aside. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Oh, Tyler Boyd, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're back to even before we start the second half.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kicks away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And this is caught at the 8. And he will get this into the end zone for Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars have moved out in front.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Their own 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter,
Joe Reed.
Aggressively, offensively, they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
What'd you say?
Out of his hands quickly to Higgins.
Oh.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight.
Bengals 10.
The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own.
So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he'll get
Nigga Richard Sherman got his first interception in the end zone. Nigga nice. Got his first one.
2nd and 6 at the 26-yard
from
line.
the shotgun. He'll look to throw. And complete here to Carlos Hyde. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And the Jaguar first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Take a look at his
Just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun now. Here's an inside
flow.
and he'll be taken down.
I know everything.
Gets into enemy territory.
He's across midfield with a
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A throw complete to Dorsett. 20. And finally out of bounds He's inside the 5 at the 4. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 44 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers
This
with
nigga
speed like this, they don't need
playing
to
the
decide
Bills.
incredibly complex
The
calls.
Bills.
Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands.
This nigga can't get his game together.
Less
They grabbed a nice team and can't even play.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2.
Here's what it is.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run for it. And they'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown,
Jets.
Cardinals side. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the
Nice.
center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
All right.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard.
So here are the Bengals now as they
Needed that game.
possession of this second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He finds his running back, Mixon. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. There's a short one caught by Uzama. That catch good for only a couple.
The Eagles.
Place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team
Nice.
but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker Miles Jack. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. It's safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
It's too long.
Here's Burrow.
Shit. Oh, I'm not staying up that late to play the goddamn game. Fuck that. I'm good.
11 yards there. First
Win, lose, or draw. Get ready to slip out these motherfucking
The 27-yard line.
matches.
throw on 1st down with Burrow. And in
I win, or lose, I lose. Fuck it, I'm not staying up. Playing that shit.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us.
Oh, in Coach League. He got another league. I went on, jumped out of it. He got the rookies and everything in that motherfucker. But,
Goal is a loss of a yard, so now they
like Joe let everybody, sign
need of a conversion as they
free agency all during the preseason. You know what I'm saying? He giving everybody a shot at getting some people, And coach like, nah, you just get one guy, and then at the beginning of the season, I'll open it up. I was like, the computer teams, the nigga ain't got that many players. The computer teams gonna eat that shit up. You know what I'm saying? They gonna tear all that up, and then we gonna go to try to get something, and we ain't gonna have nothing. You follow me? He didn't say nothing. So, I went on and finished out, and then I just didn't want to. It's late anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's a late league, and I'm like, I don't want to be up there late. Fuck that. I'm out. You're letting the computer teams just eat up all the motherfucking players. I'm like, what the fuck is that all about? That's stupid to me. You could get your team together. I mean, you ain't got to have the greatest of the motherfuckers, but damn, the computer's gonna take everything. Fuck. Right, you're right. All right. I'm still in this other league. We in week 15. I can't believe I'm doing this shit with the Rams though. I'm like, when you go see the playoff thing, I'm like number 1 in the motherfucking NFC. I can't believe that. That's bullshit. And these cheater guys, the Panthers, he's a cheater. I know he put that shit on 800. Now I know what they was doing. He's a cheater. And this guy Ice, he's a cheater. They're cheating. I mean, because I play too many of these games. You know what I'm saying? I play a lot of Madden. And it's like when you play these motherfuckers, all of a sudden, everything he do is perfect. Like the computer. You know what I'm saying? Ain't shit wrong. I'm like, come on, man. Really? And how I know they doing it is they got to be the one to send the invite. And they get to sit there. You know what I'm saying? Till you come.
They're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to take it down.
Yeah, and I'm playing the dude and the shit go out. You know how I go out when we be playing Grand Theft Auto? All of a sudden, you get booted or something like that. Dude got booted. Talking about, oh, you gonna quit like that? I was like, man, that's like net type. Ain't say shit else. He was quiet the whole time. Usually motherfuckers be arguing their case. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I said net type, that motherfucker was quiet as a motherfucking church mic. And then the next 2 games he played, he lost. Because motherfuckers was watching his ass. But because he was beating me, he got the win. I'm like, all right. I'm not coming to your motherfucking invite no more. Not gonna do it. You either come to my invite or I'm not coming. You can do it at the same time. How about that? Fucking cheater. Motherfuckers are always looking for an edge. And if LP didn't tell me about the 800, I wouldn't have never knew. You know what I'm saying? I'd have been still stupid as fuck.
A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he's able to get this one out closer
What'd
to
you say?
midfield across the 45. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When we play GTA,
From the
you could
shotgun,
go on 800. Ain't nobody in your session.
inside the 20. And he's going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A big third down play there for the Bengals. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 7 yards to pick up there. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
And Burrow going to throw.
I've been watching this snowfall. That shit good.
Up incomplete. T. Higgins was the intended target.
I'm supposed to go back to it because this nigga coach gonna have me waiting the whole night. I already know. It's all good though.
Burrow on 3rd down.
At least I got my one game out the way.
Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it's a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have the full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. The Bengals gonna use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside it.
This nigga getting ready to crack it up in California.
Yeah, you can, but still,
Man.
you gotta stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next
next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. Really nicely run drive.
But now the defense.
All right, man, I'll be back.
In the passing game.
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Bengals.
Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and